Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Bridge. I am Felicia Miller. I pray that y'all are having an excellent Friday night. We just wanted to jump on to kind of let y'all in on a conversation that we were having. We were having a conversation about someone that we know who was talking about things that they desired in life and what they wanted. And in that conversation, Chris brought up that this particular person was what she was attracting what she was. And that kind of made me think on, the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is kind of new age. It is not in the Bible per se. But the Bible does tell us, as we think, as a man thinketh, so is he. But the Bible also tells us that our plans, overall plans, the plans of God will always prevail. So we can think of things, but if it's not in alignment with what his plan is for us, it's not going to happen. But then we think about the things that God has said that he wants for us to have, that future and that hope, plans to prosper us and all those other things for us to be in good health. So if those are his intention for us, me wanting those things, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not out of the will of God. It's not out of his word or his plan for me. But there's sometimes we sit there and we want to attract things. And that goes back to the conversation of law of attraction. This is not a law of attraction video, but it goes back to law of attraction. We can sit there and that goes to reaping and sowing. If I'm sowing good seeds, like this particular person was talking about, she wanted a husband. So if I'm sowing the seeds of a wife before I'm a wife, I'll reap the fruit of having a husband. But if I'm a girl out here or a young woman out here who's saying that they want a spouse and their behavior is contrary to being a wife, you can't expect to reap the fruit of a spouse. So the law of attraction for me, from a biblical perspective, first, does this thing line up with his plan for me? Is it a God thing? And if it is, am I putting myself in a position to receive? And by that, I have to have faith. I got to know that God can and will, and he wants to do this for me. And I have to stand on that no matter how shaky it gets. But in my faith without works is dead. I can't have faith that God's going to give me a husband and I'm out here in the streets and I'm out here talking to every dude and I'm out here giving myself away to every dude. I can't expect for that faith to produce a good thing. Why would God give me something good if I'm not going to take care of it? If I'm not going to honor it? Why would he give me a good man if I'm going to be out here in the streets doing what I want to do? So in that conversation, we just wanted to jump on to let people know that, yes, we have the power. The power of life and death is in our tongue. We do have the power to manifest things. I can remember when we first got married, y'all, we didn't have nothing. And I wanted a recliner and I wanted a big TV. And I said, Chris, I just walked in the room one day and I said, Chris, we going to get a recliner and a big TV and we ain't going to pay nothing for it. I spoke it. I believe what I spoke. And sure enough, somebody gave it to us. When it came down to me going into our business, that was a $13,000 investment. I remember my first meeting with corporate and they told us about how much money I would have to invest to make a certain amount of money. I didn't have that kind of money, but I left that office and I said, one day I'm going to have this business. And sure enough, it happened. So I do believe in the power of our tongue. I do believe in us having faith. But in that same thing, I still had to do some things to get those things to manifest. What do you want to attract? What do you want to come into your life? And I'm not talking about, I'm just going to keep on speaking, because that naming and claiming stuff that they taught us years ago, I'm sorry. Sometimes that's sometimes it can lead us to being disappointed, because yes, you can speak it, but what am I doing to claim it? We have went to prophetic conferences and Prophet Kramer, one time he said something and I had never heard a prophet say that sometimes you have to war for that prophetic word. And what he meant by that is sometimes it's some things that I got to do. And in that stuff that I'm doing, I have to be diligent and persistent in doing that thing for that prophecy to manifest. What are you doing to manifest the things that God has promised you, or the things that are your deepest heart desire? Whether that be a job, whether that be to purchase a home, whether that be to have children, whether that for the salvation of your children, whether it's a materialistic thing, good health, to lose weight, whatever that thing is, what are you doing to make it happen?
Yeah, that's real good. Like she said, what are you doing or what are you attracting? Mm-hmm. And when you're attracting something or you want something drawn to you, you got to look the part. That's whether you're going for a job interview, anything you're trying to accomplish in life, you have to look the part. And not only look the part, sometimes you have to be the part. And you don't have to go out here and pretend that you're somebody that you're not. Be who you are, be who God created you to be first and foremost. Then walk it out. Then become that person. Mm-hmm. Don't allow yourself to start transforming into somebody that you're going to hate, that you're not going to like.
Yeah.
You know, like we had the conversation and talking about the young lady that saying she wanted a husband. Okay, but you're out here doing things that's not contrary of being a wife. Mm. Now, you saying you want a husband, but you're not doing the things that make you look like a wife. And vice versa for the husband. Mm-hmm. You out here doing what you want to do. Let's just be real. We get mad when we can't control our own destiny. We get mad when we can't control what's going on in our life because we have a higher power that we have to answer to. And now things are off the rocker a little bit. Now I'm frustrated. Now I'm angry. And I'm pointing a finger at everybody else, but I'm not looking in the mirror and pointing a finger at myself. But I want all these things, but I'm not getting off my butt and doing anything about it. It don't work like that. Mm-hmm. Anything you want in life, you have to work for it. Mm-hmm. Whatever desires you have to work and go deep down inside and search and pull it out of yourself. God placed it there. You have to work and find it. Mm-hmm. It don't just pop up on your doorstep like Amazon packages. It don't work like that. You have to go in there, find what you want, put a plan to action, and go and take it. Mm-hmm. If it means that much to you, as much as you talk about it, as much as you say, I want me a spouse, I want to have this, I want to have that, you have to put in a little work. Yeah. All this drawn out easy stuff now, this microwave society that we live in, it's time out for those games. If you want it, go get it. Stop trying to go out here with all this little easy tap a button type stuff and it pops up. It don't work like that. Back in the days when we had to date and stuff like that, that's exactly what you had to do. You had to date. You had to present yourself as somebody that, okay, this may be husband material or this may be wife material. But now we want to go and just go in my DMs or go on some type of website and then this perfect person might match the same things I do, but it might be a killer behind closed doors. Come on, man. That's time out for all that silly stuff. Mm-hmm. Get real with yourself and understand. And for the ladies, quit opening up the Pandora box before it's time. Quit giving away all your goodies before it's time. Quit making it so easy for us fellas. Because I'm going to be honest with you, just coming from a male perspective, if you give it to me early, I'm going to take it. Period. That's just from a man's perspective.
A man gonna take it.
He's gonna take it. She had to correct me on that.
Yes.
But yeah, just coming from a male perspective, if you give me the goodies early, gonna take it. And then you're gonna be without. Because you gave him everything, you gave him your all right off the top, trying to be a wife as a girlfriend. And it does not work like that. Mm-mm. And then you find yourself mad and frustrated because he's gone on. Because he has nothing left to his imagination that you've given him.
Yeah. You know, the word tells us, make no mistake, God will not be mocked. And it goes on to say after that, you will reap only what you sow. Mm. That is the scripture. So if I'm sowing seeds of negativity, if I'm sowing seeds of low self-worth, because as you were saying, when you give it away too soon, that shows that it's something in me that feels like I'm not worth the wait. I'm not worth seeing if he'll hang around if I don't. If I don't give him me in that way, will he stay around? Because you deserve to know that a person is into you, right? Not into your body. we live in a very hypersexual world. We in hypersexual times where it's all about sex. You got all these toys floating around on Facebook. You got all this stuff. Everything is sexual. And when we end up giving ourselves away sexually, we end up empty. We've given something away, but we've not reaped anything. Minutes of pleasure, and then that person gone, and he probably gone to the next person, and we don't have anything. So we need to start speaking to ourselves, because the Bible tells us if we decree a thing, it shall be established. If I decree that I'm a woman of worth, if I decree that I'm a woman of substance, that I am going to have this mate, and I'm going to have this man that loves everything about me, that I don't have to conform, that I don't have to change, that is me, the way God packaged me.
Right.
You know, I posted something in the bridge today that said, if a room suffocates you, it's not your room.
Ooh.
Ooh. Start speaking who you are, what you are. Words form worlds.
Oh, that's good.
Words form worlds. And thoughts become things. So if I start thinking, oh, I'm fat. Oh, I'm unattractive. Oh, I never get a man. I'm going to be the old crazy cat lady. I hear so many women saying stuff like that. If that's not what you want for yourself, don't speak it out of your mouth. Don't speak it out of your mouth. Attract what you want to be by speaking it and trusting God, especially if that thing lines up with what his word says. I don't believe that I'll ever have anything that is not in God's plan for me. And I'm okay with that, because if he's withholding it from me, it's a reason, and it's for my good. He don't withhold nothing. The word tells us he'll withhold no good thing. No good thing from me. So if I don't have it, I don't need it. What do you want to attract? We just wanted to jump on and encourage y'all. Speak positive. The law of attraction is real to a certain degree. I don't go deep into all that chakra and all that other stuff. That ain't what we do here. But I will say, I can speak something into existence. Especially and only if it lines up with his will for me. Right. And if it ain't God's will for me, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I'll say this. Do you love yourself?
Yeah, that's a good question. Mm-hmm.
It boils down to how much do you really love yourself?
Yeah.
Because we fight against this flesh every day. No matter what we do, wake up in the morning, we fight that flesh, trying to get up out of bed when we have to go to work. Doing something that we don't like to do. So you fighting that flesh. So even in your so-called lonely moments, you fighting real hard against that flesh. Because you thinking in your mind, I gotta have a companion. And then you find yourself letting your guard down. So then I have to ask that question again. Do you love yourself? And how much do you love yourself? Mm-hmm. Yes, you can call me a hypocrite for saying that, because been there, done that. Yeah. Dated. Had sex before marriage? Yes.
We had our first child before I was married. Yeah.
So I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just getting you to understand who you really are and value yourself more than you really value yourself. That's why I asked you, how much do you really love yourself? Yeah. But like I said, we just wanted to hop on for a minute, share our heart with you for a few minutes, and just talk about the things that we deal with on an everyday basis that we don't talk about, that we sweep up under the rug. And we just want to come on here and just enjoy ourselves with y'all, just break a little bread with you for a few minutes. I'm your host, Christopher Miller. This is my lovely wife, Felicia, and we will be back with The Bridge, and we love y'all. Peace.